Good morning, Axay. It's so great to see you and meet you, and I'm looking forward to talking to you very much.
Good morning, Bob. Yeah, it's nice meeting you. Nice to be over here with you. And yeah, let's start.
Okay. Well, we are going to talk about your new book, In Nature We Trust, and your many decades, two decades, of transforming your health and being a plant-based person. And so, what was the catalyst for that happening? What were you up to right before that big change came?
So I was plant-based for whole my life. It's a plant-based is the one thing, but the raw food I am doing since last 16 plus years.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it is a big difference. Plant-based doesn't mean it is healthy. Plant-based can be really as bad as any other food. So my basic difference is raw food which is not cooked, not processed, right from Mother Nature to your plate. So I tell even a lot of people, if it is not made by Mother Nature, is not going to my plate.
Okay,
Period.
so if it doesn't grow in the ground, you're not going to eat it.
It is even if it is grown in a ground, but it is not in a real form. It's like everything else available in the market, and even everybody houses. They cook the food. They cook the food. They kill most of the nutrients. They kill all most of the enzymes. Now it gives you calorie, but it is not giving you a real energy.
Mm-hmm.
So and on top of that, it is giving you a lot of toxic, lot of toxins are there and it is entering in your body. Now your body is struggling to clear out that toxins and absorbs the energy and absorbs the nutrients from that cooked food. So that is the change I made in last 16 plus years, that giving up the cooked food, giving up processed food, giving up all those stuff, which we are habitual to eat. We are craving to eat those hot meal. And I started. Your question is why I started, how I started is like I started out of curiosity. I had no medical condition. I started just for fun. I just started to experiment on myself. I did that before many times.
Mm-hmm.
Even when I was young as 15 years, I started one month eating only salad. So those things I started in 2009 as an experiment, and I started feeling wonderful. My body is now getting more energy. I'm my mood and my whole lifestyle change in a such a way that I saw that everything is in win-win situation. I'm not now dependent on any cooked food. I don't have to think about cooking food and waste time and killing all the those things are all gone, and having the full freedom, eat whatever I want at the my time, and getting rid of all those side effect of cooked food.
So, what would happen if I steam some green beans? Let's just pick something very nice, healthy, tasty thing, green
Correct.
beans. So,
Green
you steam them, and how is that different than if I were to eat them raw?
is the let's say you eat green beans is good, a boiled one, and still steamed. But what happens? Anything goes beyond 40-degree heat, you are killing that element. The life force is gone. Just think like this: one pea pod, is if you put it in a soil, it will the sprout will come and it will bloom in a small kind of, there is a life there. The leaves will come, stem will come out of the soil, right? The bush will happen. But if you put that same cooked, boiled, steamed in a soil, never anything is going to come out. So what happened? You killed the life force in that pod, in that pea pod, or whatever you name it. That is something which is so essential for our life. You get energy from real energy. You cannot get from dead energy. That if it is something is dead, I tell people, all cooked food is dead food.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to eat that. I used to eat like a pig, like whatever I see. I used to love the food. Between me and my son, I used to finish whole large pizza. So I was enjoying it. I enjoyed it when I
Sure.
was not aware of it, and but then I got that awareness. I had that calling from Mother Nature, and that's what changed the whole life. Now I am seeing that before I used to eat like a pig and not getting enough energy, lack of energy, you become lethargic, you tired at the end of the day and stuff. And it happens and people say this normal. Now I can say that's not normal. That's stupidity. If you eat so much and you don't get energy, why you are eating? I tell people why you are eating any food. And if you are eating to please your palate is a different story. But if you are eating to have energy as a fuel, this food is a fuel for our body. And once you start thinking that level, now, okay, so which fuel is the best for you? You are not going to put in your gasoline car, you are not going to put diesel there. If you put diesel, is going to, your car is not going to work well. And maybe you have to send it to the mechanic to repair it now, clean it up. Same thing. Our body is not designed to eat cooked food. And our human evolution is happened like that. Once the cooked food was born for humans, because of cooked food, we evolve faster and better. Because of cooked food, between us and chimpanzee, only 4% of our DNA difference. But our brain become much bigger and better and smarter because of cooked food. But think like that. At that time, there was no refrigerator. There was scarcity of food. So whenever you consume the food, that's about it. Then you have to wait for your next food. Nowadays is change. Every house have a refrigerator. Food is ample. There is no scarcity. So we don't have to cook the food to have calorie. At that time it was boon and now is a curse because at that time calorie was so essential for our life. Otherwise we would have also wiped out like dinosaur.
Mm-hmm.
Our existence, because of we started eating cooked food, we started eating everything to survive, and that was good at that point. Not anymore. We cannot use the same principle which many millennia human used it. At that time they were smarter to survive. They took that particular step. We have to be smarter too at this point to survive, not only survive, to make our life much more enhanced, to strive. Is like it is not surviving is easy now. Anybody can survive because food is ample in this world right now. Enough food is available. Only thing is now you have to be little choosy. You have to choose that what food you want to use as energy. That is the bottom line.
Well, everything you're saying makes sense. And I know that you kept records, medical records for yourself, and you documented this for, or maybe you're still doing it. How did that? So you started doing that, and what did you document? Blood work and all different kinds of things. What did you document? What kind of history did you have for yourself? Because that's really interesting. I mean, you can't argue with data. Well, I guess you
Correct.
could,
And
but it's not really a great idea all the time.
especially, I don't have medical background. I don't have any study in medical field. And for me as a layman, is this medical data is more important now, because nobody is going to believe me. Nobody. So I have to produce the data telling them, hey, this is what it is. My ALT was 40 before, and now is 21. And that ALT connected to liver. So at 40, it means it's not that good, but it's not that bad. So people are happy with 40 if they don't go to up to 50. But in my case, what I did in last 16 years, from 40, in let's say 2009, 2025, I'm 21. From 40, I didn't went to 50, but instead I reversed it. I reversed my aging. My liver is so clean now. Now there is no toxicity. My skin says that, because your skin is a direct reflection of your liver. If anybody have a wrinkled skin, means there is a problem with the liver. And if it is not, it means that the liver is good. So now, if you want to stay healthy, if you want to look young, if your skin should glow, your liver should be more purified. It has to be cleaner, not toxic. So that is the one only marker. But there everywhere, whether it is the cholesterol, triglyceride, my eyes record is my age 66. People are going to see that there is the issue with the eye. The eye is also going to get deteriorate, because there is no enough blood flow to the eye. And now is we are not repairing our eye that good. So in my case, it is the same. There is no symptoms of, because one time, my doctor says, Akshay, you are starting is like a pre-diabetic, not diabetic, but pre-diabetic, and I have to give you medication. I said,
Yeah,
doctor,
they love the medication. Yeah.
yeah, they love medication. I said, doctor, give me 90 days. Give me 90 days. I will come back, and you then check me out. And if you think if necessary, we'll talk then. And within 90 days, because at that point, I changed my habit. Some habit was not right. It was not bad, but it was not right. So what happened at that time? I was eating raw food, but I was also taking red wine. So I loved red wine. So and not every day, but it's like 3, 4, 5 days in a week. But it's almost every day. And then when there is a party and people are coming to my house, or I am going to their house, and it's I said, what? This is the cause. Red wine is good, and this and that and everything. Wow, yeah, 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 yeah. Antioxidant and everything. But then I stopped. I stopped. I went back. Doctor says, you're wonderful. All good now. You don't need medication. So we have to understand, we have to change our lifestyle. I loved cooked food. I gave up because I see this. It gives you pleasure for a few minutes, but then you suffer for whole your life.
Yeah.
The wine can give you pleasure for a few minutes, but then you suffer for whole your life. Why? Oh, I don't want to suffer in my old age. I don't know. I want to be more productive. I want to enjoy my life. I want to travel. I don't want to see that I have now knee problem and back problem and this problem and that problem. No, I want to enjoy it. So that once you see this, that hey, I don't want to give money to medical industry and food industry and pharmacist and all those, they are milking money out of you. Instead, you invest in your health and wellness, and it will be wonderful. You are now saving a lot of money, and that with that money you can travel around the world and you can enjoy your life.
Hmm.
It's that simple.
I had a guy on this show a while back, and he said the goal of the, well, particularly the pharmaceutical industry, is the motto is don't kill them, but don't cure them.
That's true.
Yeah, yeah. I thought that was pretty amazing. So, all right, now I want to ask. I have two things I was just thinking about. One is, what about juicing? Because does that also have a similar effect to cooking, or less so, or no effect at all?
Juicing is okay
Mm-hmm.
as far as you have a fresh juicing.
Fresh,
It's
yeah.
not you take the juice out of, it's like a 3 hour bag. It's not going to work. You juice it and you consume it within 5 minutes, within 3 minutes.
I can't drink that fast.
So the thing is, anything. So Mother Nature created this packaging. When the apple is on the tree, there is no oxidization. The skin is protecting the inside pulp from any external effect. That the packaging, that is packaging from Mother Nature. The minute you open it, you cut the apple. Within 2 minutes, it starts, is oxidation starts.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens? What is the oxygen comes to the in contact with any food, oxidation starts, and that's it. It depletes in the nutrients. Now, if you juice it and then you drink after 2 3 hours, you are drinking just a sugar. All nutrients are depleted. So that's the reason I am saying, if you do fresh juice is okay, but rather why to eat even take juice. I used to do a lot of juicing before, but now I'm taking everything as a fruit. So instead apple juice, raw apple. Why not? Unless you have some your dental issue, you cannot chew properly, then is a different story. Then it's okay. You have to, you have to accept it. Whatever your lifestyle is, whatever your physical weakness or strength, you have to go accordingly. Nobody can tell you that hey, you should do this or you should not do this. A lot of people, they say, what is the most important thing? I said, listen to your body.
Yep.
That is the most important thing. And most of the people, they forgot how to listen to your body, their own body.
Yeah.
There is a lot of signals. There is a lot of, we have that meters inside that it tells you to stop doing this or to start doing. So when you are thirsty, you drink water. That the sensitive sensors in our body is there already for everything. So when you need sugar, your body will tell you that hey, we need sugar. But it is hard because we never developed that listening to your body model. That never, we always, whatever in front of us in the plate, we eat. Instead questioning what I need. Better be, humans have lost their built-in hardware intelligence. You give this food to any animal, they will come close to the food, they smell it. If it is not for them, they won't eat.
Yes.
They don't have to go to doctor. They don't have to go to any guru. They don't have to talk to nutritionist. No, They know this very, so not only what food to eat, that is hardwired intelligence. More than that, they have what food not to eat. I'm giving my food, let's say something to my turtle in my pond, won't eat, and certain things they eat. I'm questioning how they know. How in the world they know what to eat and what not to eat, and we intelligent species human, we lost all this hardware intelligence. And there is a signal there, mother nature tells us, but we lost it. So my
Well,
goal is to revive it.
well, that's what I was going to say. It's not lost; it's just buried. It's just
Correct.
unused. It's like a muscle that you don't use; it gets atrophied, and so that's an interesting thing because sometimes when I'm paying attention, I can tell something is right. Then there's things where I'm paying attention and I know it isn't, but I do it anyway. um, so it. All right, this is the thing I want to talk to you about because I've had a couple of people say this to me. I'd like to eat more raw food, but when I start eating, it hurts my stomach. They have trouble digesting that, and because maybe it takes a little more work in some ways. It's so there's a transition period, I'm guessing, to going from cooked to raw because it's a little like if I eat a carrot, those are sort of hard to digest if you're not. But if you had a steamed carrot and it was soft, it would be very sort of more pleasant on your stomach. So how do you address that? Because I know I have a number of people that have said that to me.
I agree with them. It is not that easy. And why is not that easy? In your stomach there is microbiome. Microbiome is controlling your eating habit. Now they are demanding, I need this, I need that. I tell them, like, in a city or in a country, there is a good citizen and there are some bad citizens. There are terrorists. And so if the good citizens are more than the terrorists, that country is going to prosper. Same way, there is a microbiome. Now, when we at birth, we had wonderful those microbiome, but then we screwed it up by eating all toxic and raw and cooked food and all those food. Now the good citizens of your stomachs are depleting, and bad citizens are growing more and more. Now, once you start this raw food, they are going to revolt. Those terrorists, microbiome, they are going to, no, 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 no. This is not food for us. Give me those toxic food. That's what I want. And your good microbiome is in minority now. They don't have voice. So what happens is when you shift it temporarily, that going to happen. Now, when you eat raw food, the most important thing you are eating, all the nutrients and enzyme is important, but more than that, fiber, dietary fiber. Our microbiome food to survive, they need fiber. We cannot, as a human, we cannot digest dietary fiber. Those fiber is good for them. Now you are nourishing your good citizens, your microbiome, good microbiome, you are nourishing them. Now your terrorist microbiome is screaming. They are telling you and your brain, hey, no, no, I need that toxic food. Where is my cheese? Where is my, all those stuff, what is I used to get so far. So that shift is going to bring little bit of turbulence, little bit of disturbance. But you have to be mentally ready. This is temporary. This is not good because once that those terrorists are gone, they are dead because they are not getting their food. and good microbiomes are getting their food. Now your good microbiomes are in majority. Now your stomach is in well harmony with the nature.
Mm-hmm.
Now your microbiome says, okay, give me more carrots, give me more raw potato, give me more sweet potato, give me. I mean, and they are going to enjoy it. And that's what happened with me, because when I quit eating cooked food, and I had that discipline. First of all, I had a strong willpower also, and I tested that this before, when, as I said, when I was even 15, but I didn't kept it as my lifestyle. I just tried it for a month and then again back to normal. But that gave me the strength to go forward. I knew what is going to happen and how I can tackle. And once you know that this is the outcome, then you have that strength that this discomfort is temporary.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to go away within few days. Your terrorist microbiome is going to die. They don't have their food now, because that is that I see that way. And then your stomach is going to thank you. That says, now I need even little food. I don't need that much food. Why you are stuffing so much food for me? No, I don't need it. I need only little food, and I can absorb all those nutrients which is required to maintain the body.
So you actually become less of a slave to food. It doesn't run the show telling you, you want me, don't you? This is the thing you want. Because I have, cravings for certain things. I go, this is what I want. Um, and sometimes I wish I didn't have that. It's not a need for nutrition, it's a need for taste. And, it's addicting. There's certain things that are I mean, there's things we know that are super addicting, like sugar, but so are other types of things like that. A lot of people I know have issues with, eating grains, breads, and pasta. Those kinds of things are very. They do certain things. For example, if I eat pasta, which I don't really eat, particularly wheat pasta, um, I'll go to sleep, and I've used it to do that specifically. Like I really want to go to sleep. I'm going to eat a big bowl. I don't really do this anymore, but I used to, like, I'm going to eat a big bowl of pasta, and my stomach's going to be full, and it's going to knock me out, and it worked. The only problem is when you eat it at noon and then you're trying to get something done, you're nodding out. So I've always been aware that food has this drug effect on my body. It's really sort of like narcotics in a way. It's subtle. It's a little more subtle, and so those things that I've definitely had to dial back or eliminate have been really good choices for me. That's sort of the most obvious kinds of things that I'm aware of. But then, if you want to make it a little bit more refined and specific, now we're talking about what you're talking about. And that is a little bit harder because I still have things that I really like, that I don't want to give it up. I just, I'll just say that that's not something I'm willing to do. But I think I've had a number of those things. Then I became willing as I started to move toward a healthier diet. And I'm not anywhere close to being a raw food person. I just don't. I actually haven't thought about it until today when I'm talking to you. To be honest, I've sort of been in the way that I eat. I've sort of become very comfortable with, and I feel pretty good most of the time. So it's, do I have some kind of balance between cooked and not cooked? Certainly at first I would have to do that. I couldn't just go like, today I'm not eating any more cooked food. I would have to do a slow, I don't know how slow or how fast to do that, a transition.
I see this everything we human we do as per our knowledge and understanding. Let me give you an example. It's like, let's say this Taliban, they do a lot of violence, and it's that people call them even terrorists and this whatever it is. Why they do this? Because of their training. Right from the childhood, they got training like that. And if we would have been in their situation, we would have also doing the same thing what they're doing.
Yeah, of course.
What I am saying is, if our brain gets trained right from the childhood, your mother and my mother and our grandparents and all ate cooked food, and they actually not only made us eating cooked food, they gave us a good habit of eating cooked food. Never questioned that why cook food. And then if you don't question it, and then you just keep eating what your parents and grandparents ate, then it's okay. But then it's like this. If you talk to any alcoholic person, they says, okay, you know what, this gives me pleasure, this is my lifestyle, this is what I am, I don't care anything happens to my liver or heart or my life or my wife's life or my kids life, I don't care, all I care my pleasure. And they stick to it, nothing can change them. Now, if you see this is exactly same, our habit, our addiction to cook food or any craving for any food which you ate right from your childhood till now, hard. Your brain is not going to accept it. Your brain is I mean, we are slave of our habit and our addiction. We are doing what our brain is demanding, right? And that it is now you need more conscious effort, more awareness. Now you have to first of all think that have to, what, this is not right. I know that if, let's say, a person is smoking cigarette and you tell them to not to smoke, he's not going to quit. But if he finds out that, hey, you know what, smoking cigarette is going to hurt me at my old age. Maybe right now I'm enjoying it, being a macho man, and and oh, wow, it's okay. But then what? Then lung cancer and throat cancer and oral cancer and whatever cancer and all those things which made the smoking enjoyable now is a punishment. And that punishment is so cruel, that it is so bad. And that's now you cannot even eat your food. You are now you are cash cow for medical industry, for pharmaceutical, for everybody. They are going to milk money out of you till the last penny. And that's, if you like that, keep going, keep smoking. Who is going to tell you? This is your life. This is your lifestyle. You own your life. Nobody can convince you. You have to convince yourself. I'm telling people, I'm not here to convince you. Period. I'm going to tell you something. You put your rational mind there. If you think it is good, adopt it. If not, God bless you.
That's a great attitude, because it's stressful for everybody if you're trying to control them. So it's for you and them. So let me ask you this one. Two things. You were mentioning potatoes and sweet potatoes. I have never had either one of those in raw form. I mean, I could pound a nail into wood with a sweet potato. They're so hard. What do you do? How do you slice them thin and eat them? Or do you just take a bite out of it like an apple? How do you eat a potato?
So let's say most of the people are eating raw carrots.
Yes. Same thing you're saying.
Yeah, it's the same thing. If you can eat raw carrots, why you cannot eat raw sweet potato? Both are coming from the ground.
Right. You just
Texture wise, both are same. Hardness wise, both are same. Only difference is your mom and my mom never taught us to eat raw
no.
sweet potato, and and that is the reality. So, if you think that if you can eat raw carrots, why you cannot eat raw potato?
Okay, you
And once
definitely
you slice it,
solved that one.
yeah, and it's like I in my house, lot of time I when I have a guest, anyone my family members, I ask them to try my food, and they love it.
Hmm.
They said, we don't know even if you would have not said that this is a raw potato or raw sweet potato, we would have not even known that it is there. The way you can eat is like not just raw bland. The way I make it, I my foods are very tasty, very delicious. So what I do, I put a lot of stuff in there. So when I chopped the sweet potato, yesterday I ate sweet potato. And by the way, nutrition wise, if you check US nutritional index, sweet potato have highest nutrition among any other food, 184 index. The next out of that after that is regular potato is 100. There is nothing in between. So these are the most nutritional food. What you do, chop it off. I put a lot of others to make it little spicy and tasty. So we make chutney. Chutney is a hot sauce, homemade hot sauce. You can put any hot sauce. You can put salsa uh, to make it more tastier. Then I put black vinegar, balsamic, which is good for health. I put nutritional yeast flakes. So that is also important because most of the vegetarian people they have they are lacking in B12.
That's the big one is B12.
So B12 I'm getting from nutritional flax, uh, and then I also drink kombucha. From there also we get B12. So I tell people, hey, if you want to go just buy these nutritional yeast flakes, put it on every day. I'm using every day, and it tasty. It tastes good. It's very healthy, and you don't have to worry about B12. And B12 is very important for the immune system. So that is the most important thing. And but so once it's people don't have to go and think all this right from the beginning. The beginning is important. I tell people, don't follow nobody, don't follow anybody, just follow your instinct. Don't follow me. I started when I started, I made my own rules. Why people, a lot of people in my family, they said this is, so even I am drinking right now hot tea. They said this is not raw. I said this is not food, this is beverage, this is I'm drinking hot green tea, and it helps me. So why not? So make your own rules,
Mm-hmm.
go with your comfort level, improve little by little. I was not knowing that sweet potato have 184 index. When I started raw food, then I started digging in, hey, which food have more nutritional value and which is not. So then you are going to find out. But it is like this: you can never going to learn swimming just standing outside the pool. You have to jump in. One point you have to jump, no matter how many
Yeah.
video you see, no matter how many books you read about swimming, but if you want to learn swimming, you have to jump in.
Yeah. That's
Same way,
mhm.
same way, you have to jump in the raw food, make your own rules, study it, research it. Nowadays, is Dr. Google is everywhere,
Yeah, that's
AI
true.
is everywhere.
Yeah.
You do your research. Don't believe me. Don't trust me. Don't trust anybody. Because to convince yourself, you have to convince yourself. You have to gather all those information. Once you get those information, now you are mentally ready to even experiment. And that's not it. Once you are mentally ready, then you have to have that discipline, and you have to have that courage to see the any adverse effect momentarily, even few days. Your stomach is going to revolt. Yeah, I know. Your headache is going to, oh my god, because the headache is all your food, what you're eating, there is a chemical effect with your brain. That's 100%. When you drink, you feel different,
Hmm.
right?
Oh, yeah.
How?
Hmm.
Because those chemicals are going to your brain. So even that applies to any food also. So when you eat, and now your brain is now calibrating again, calibration, and now not going to terrorize you and for your craving for your food, and not going to ask you, because brain knows now, I am done. Now regime is changed. Now those terrorists are gone. Now the different regime, and now different kind of lifestyle, and they will follow you.
Now, a lot of people say that because of the nutrients in the soil being depleted over time, that even the healthiest eaters need to supplement some types of supplements. Do you do any of that, or do you think that that's not true?
I'm not against it, but I'm not in favor of it. I
Okay.
tell people supplement makes your pee and poop expensive.
Well, I've heard that one too. Yeah.
So that's about it. Because I don't have, I'm not taking omega 3. Rather, I will eat more walnut and avocado. Have ample omega 3. So uh, supplement is required. Sometime I take a supplement for when I'm running at the for my knee. Because now I'm not anymore 40 or 50. I'm 66, and replenishment on the knee wear and tear, you have to take care of it. So those joint supplement, if you take it only for that particular time, not lifetime. And people are popping up and eating like a popcorn, and without any regards for the, because anything you eat, there is a side effect. Any let's say supplement or any even medicine, no medicine is innocent. There is a side effect. So you have to think about it. Here is a gain, here is a loss. You have to evaluate, and if it is it's a must. If your, let's say if your doctor says, hey, you need this, you have to take this, because a lot of people have lack of vitamin D, and the doctor prescribes because they are not going out in the sun that much.
Yeah. Right.
And
That's very.
so, or whatever area they are living, and there is the vitamin D deficiency, you have to take it, you have to take it. But that is not for pleasure. That is to regulate your body. And once it comes in your, let's say vitamin D, whatever strength they get, doctor prescribe it, take it. But then you make sure you go out in sun. So don't become a habitual of popping up the pills. Instead, if there is an alternate, there is the nature gives you that free of charge. Those the vitamin D pills is going to cost you some money, and there is going to be some side effect. And instead taking that synthetic thing, take the real thing. Take the real vitamin D from sun, and it's free.
You know what's funny about that is that the I guess the sunscreen industry and the dermatology industry has created a fear of the sun. And I don't think anyone that's I always loved being out in the sun when I was a kid. I mean, I still love it, and it feels good to me. I'm not going to lay there and burn my skin. That I'm not going to do. But even when I was a kid and they'd put that sunscreen on me, it would make me feel sick. I just didn't. I didn't like the smell. I didn't like the way it felt. It was felt like it was clogging the breathing of my pores. I didn't know what any of that stuff meant. I just know it felt like crap. It felt terrible. And I haven't used sunscreen, in decades. I don't like it. And I'm not afraid of the sun. So, but I know a lot of people are, oh, that's where you get this and that's where you get that. And, and so it's an interesting thing. Like, if nature created people to live on the earth where there is sun, which is kind of the main thing that there is all the time, it's just in the day anyway, why would that be? Just logically, why would all these animals like you were talking about and people have to be afraid of this thing that they already are? It kind of it's an odd mutation of thinking to me. I never understood that one ever.
No, it is very simple. It is the business technique. In
Yeah,
business, any business, they teach. I'm in business for whole my life, so I know this technique. Ignorance is the best thing for business. You can you can sell anything to ignorant person. Okay, just say something and that's it. So what they are doing it in market, and they know the psychology of people. Have give them fear.
yeah,
Fear is the most effective way to make a sale. Hey, if I'm going to tell you, okay, 100% there is a chance of rain today. You buy this 100%, 150%, and whatever I can say. And so buy this umbrella, otherwise you are going to. So you say, you know what? Yeah, it's okay, $5. Let me buy it. Now that I planted the fear in your brain that there is going to be a rain. But if there is no rain, what I did,
yeah.
I just I just made a sale out of fear. Same thing is these people, every industry, they are selling the fear and milking money out of the potential customer. And that is their modus operandi. That happens in every industry, no matter whether is in on not only in the medicine or pharmaceutical, but every industry. This, if the guy comes to your house for water softener and he's going to give you so much fear about the regular water, or let's say I'm working in a home improvement industry, and if I want to sell the roof to you, I'm going to make you so feared that you know what, this roof is going to fall on you. I
Yeah.
mean, it is standing there for 30 years, but now it is my way of telling you the story, and then make make you believe that this going to roof fall on you. Then you are say,
Yeah.
okay, you know what, yeah, this guy is saying right. Make a okay, let me sign it up for $30,000 new roof. And that is the way it works. And that is it's so how gullible you are, you have to know if somebody sells you the story, and are you going to believe it or not. So they are doing their job because they are running a business, and business has to make money, and they can make money only when they make a sale. So uh, and I'm not blaming anybody, but we as a human, we have to be more vigilant. We have to question that what is right, what is not right. And if you have a rational mind, you are going to get the correct answer. That simple.
That's so funny, that fear thing. I just remembered many years ago. I had this house. It was an older house that I had bought, my first house, and I had a little bit of a leak in a pipe in the basement, or the crawl space, whatever you call it, the little area underneath. So I called this plumbing company. I didn't really do any research. I just called him. The guy comes out and he looks at the leak, and he starts looking around, making these noises like, and I'm like, well, what's going on? He goes, well, your pipes. I mean, you really need to replace everything. I go, really? Now I'm suspicious, right? So I go, why? He goes, well, I'm not saying this is gonna happen, but they're so fragile. Your pipes are so fragile that a truck could go by, just a big truck, and kind of rumble the street, and everything could break. And he looks at me like to see what I'm going to say. I go, "You really expect me to believe that?" He goes, "Well, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it could." I go, "No, it couldn't. It wouldn't go. No, it wouldn't go like that. That's not what would happen." I go, "You got to go now. We're done." So then I did a little research into the company, and they all work on commission, and they have a terrible reputation. And it was just, I mean, he was so bad at scaring me that it was laughable. But somebody else, maybe it would work on him. I don't know. I mean, it's just, it's like, and maybe, a number of years later, I actually did do a repipe, but it was on my terms and my choice, and I had a reason for doing it beyond fear. It was, a practical sort of thing by somebody I trusted who, that made sense to me at that time. It was just, being prepared for something that was probably going to happen in, X number of years. And it was a good decision. But it was just, but like you're saying, and to me, well, this is a little bit more global of an idea that fear is at the root of almost every problem, too. And not only is it a sales technique in business, it's also a sales technique in politics, in government, and getting people to act a certain way because they're afraid. Because it is the most basic sort of survival instinct. I mean, fear works to help people survive, or at least it did.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
it's an essential. Yeah, it's essential. But manipulating it is another thing.
The most lot of time is manipulation. Lot of time is out of lack of understanding or
Yep.
knowledge. In my
Yep.
case, what happened? I'm going to tell you. In 2009, when I started, my sister started, "Hey, Akshay, you cannot eat raw food. You are going to fall sick. You
Yeah.
what?
Mm-hmm.
Are you crazy? Nobody can eat raw food. No." So okay, that's out of love and affection.
Sure.
My nephew, he was a valedictorian for out of high school and got 7 year scholarship for medical field. At that time, he sent me so many articles, scientific articles, telling me that raw food is not good for humans.
Mm-hmm.
And those are all scientific articles. And being a science student, out of love and affection and concern for his uncle, he sent me. Now that same guy become now today oncologist,
Mm.
and
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
he says, "Uncle, keep doing what you are doing." So at that time, he gave me information. It should have scared me, but my rational thinking was there. You know what? Let me try. What is going to happen? I'm not going to die. Maybe something happens. I will see what will happen.
Then you'll change.
I may change. I'm not committing to anybody. This is nobody's forcing me. I'm not doing something out of some irrational thing. My rational mind says that raw food is a good food. Now science says that, and your science at that time he was student. It says not good. I admire. At least you have concern for me. But let me try. So I didn't follow their instruction or their force, my sister or my nephew, but I followed my own instinct, and that fear didn't work on me because of my rational thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And today I'm after 16 years, no medication. Um, I don't have any issue with my health. I'm doing everything what I can at 66 year. I went last year with 3 days backpacking, 65 pound on my shoulder, and I went 8,000 feet up. That is not average people can do it. So it gives me the strength. It gives me kind of more freedom. I am enjoying the life to the fullest. I am going to run my marathon coming March, 8th marathon, which is average people cannot do it.
No.
So, so if it is giving me benefit, my medical doctor says, Akshay, keep doing what you are doing. And on my book, the another medical doctor is writing forward for me that he accept that whatever it is that I'm doing it is not only wonderful, it's fantastic. It is something, he says you are going to open the new thinking for most of the people, even the in medical industry.
Yeah, you're going to upset a lot of people too,
Yes,
which is
yeah, I
okay.
know that. I know
It
that.
starts with upsetting people, then they fight it, and then they have to look and say, "Well, this is actually working, so I really don't have anything to stand on." So that's how that's. But you'll get pushback, of course.
Uh,
Um, let's talk about your book and what's in there. What can people expect when they get that book? Well, are there recipes? Are there medical data? Are there testimonials? What's in there?
so in book, no recipe. Little bit of information, but no recipe. I believe I want to give you a fishing rod, and not give you fish. So I will
Gotcha.
teach you
Mm-hmm.
how to maneuver according to your lifestyle for the raw food. But I'm not going to tell you what to eat. You decide what to
Oh,
eat.
what if I wanted to make some chutney? I got to call you up.
Yeah, no, chutney is very easy. Now, the YouTube University can give you anything.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I don't want to compete with other people. They are giving bunch of recipes there, and I don't want to compete there. My
Very good.
book is about actually the title is In Nature We Trust, and main their theme is life is energy, energy is life. That's the philosophy. At the birth, we start making our own energy. At the end, we stop making energy, and that's the end of our story. That's it. Our game is over. The death. Now between this birth and death, all whole life we are making energy. So why not to understand what is the different facets of energy? How we can harness the energy in the right way, then the wrong way, and how we can make it work. So that's and the title I gave, In Nature We Trust, and subtitle is going to be a manifesto, a raw food manifesto for energy, healing, and longevity. So you are going to learn everything, but yeah, definitely not about chutney.
Well, I'll just have to send you an email, then you'll maybe tell me how you make it.
I will, yeah, I will.
I'm just being fun. I just wanted, I just thought it would be fun to ask you. Um, well, fantastic. Is there any type of website that you maintain for your
So
business?
this is my website, rawfoodist.com.
Okay, it looks like raw foodist,
Yeah.
IEST.
So
Raw,
there is the extra E there, that E for education.
oh, okay.
And foodist,
Rawfoodist.com.
and tell you the truth, raw foodist was the domain was not available.
Well, that's always a good reason to do it. If
Domain is not
type,
available.
make sure you type it in correctly, folks, because there's obviously a raw foodist
So
website that we
F
don't
double O
not
D
going.
I S T was not available. So I say, okay, you know what the heck? I don't want to spend those 2, 3, 4 thousand to get that domain. I don't have that money. So
I
rather
yeah.
add extra E for education, and that's exactly I'm doing it. I'm giving
Look.
education to the people,
Mm-hmm.
that hey, you know what, this is how it works for me. You figure out how it's going to work for you. I'm not going to push you. I'm not going to convince you. This is your life. You take charge of your life. If you think you want to make it better at later age, then better you start doing now. I just finished listening book of Atul Gawande, Being Mortal, and it says a lot of people, they they at the old age, they lose their all freedom, they lose their privacy, they lose their confidence. That life is miserable.
Yeah, I've seen it too many times. It's very heartbreaking to see
Yeah, and
things
it
that
is
don't, because it doesn't have to be that way in most
correct.
cases. It's people have lived themselves into a certain state, and it's the idea of sort of looking ahead at consequence kind of goes away for a lot of people with the daily chore of living and the daily challenges and a lack of knowledge. And so you wind up, in most cases, you're eating your way into some kind of a chronic disease or a chronic situation that didn't have to be that way.
Yeah, but the final, you own that responsibility.
Yeah, I don't
And
like that part.
and and that's every individual have that responsibility to take care of their health. Their doctor, the medical industry, the
Yeah.
pharmaceutical company, all other people, the food industry, they are doing their job. Their job is to make money out of you. The minute you born, the diaper charge or any formula or these or that, they are milking money out of you the minute
Yeah.
at your birth. Now until death, and at the last 5 years, they are milking you so much, your whole saving is gone. And so, if you don't want to have that miserable life, if you don't want that, whole life you work for what? For this?
Yeah.
I mean, it's nonsense. If somebody is not doing their due diligence at their prime time, then they are going to suffer at the old age. So yeah, it is the thinking. It is something which is, if they want to take care of their health and life, go for it.
That is a beautiful way to conclude our episode, Akshay. I'm saying it right, Akshay?
Akshay, correct.
Akshay. Okay. It's like a SH, but it's an X.
So the Akshay is AXAY is not my official spelling. My official spelling, which is AKSHAY, and there is too many alphabets, and it confuses people.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay. So it's
And
better to mispronounce it than to spell it.
yeah, no, it is very phonetic, but
Yeah.
it didn't work that well. So I'm using AXAY even back in India. I
Oh, okay.
started using it.
All right. So
And I have domain also, Axay Shah, AXAYSHAH.com.
oh, okay. Another place you can go, folks. I don't know what's over there.
No,
but-
that is forwarded to same place. It will bring it to you at
Oh, it'll take you to the raw
raw.com.
foodiest. Okay.
Yes.
Well, I just want to thank you for all the enlightened information, that big smile you have, and here's to everybody's longevity and health, a long, healthy life.
Correct.
Thank you so much.
Correct. Thank you. Thank you very much, Bob. Thank you. Life is energy. Energy is life.